Welcome to Nerdy Cousin Podcast. We're related, not qualified, but we're loud about it. All right, let's get into it.
All righty.
So today we're going to be talking about Stranger Things series finale.
Yeah.
I thought the first hour and a half was all right.
I don't know, man. I think right before the battle, it was pretty good. And then the battle, it just went downhill.
See, I didn't mind the battle too much, except Nancy looking like Rambo.
Dude, for First Blood.
Yeah. I mean, if you look in previous seasons, she had like straight hair, and in this one, they just gave her the Rambo haircut. And I don't know why.
And then her flare belt that she had over her, it looked like shotgun shells.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Speaking of the flares, when Mike is like, just give me a gun, Nancy, just give me a gun.
Yeah.
And she handed him a flare gun. You know what that reminded me of?
What's that?
Remember on Tremors, when the kid was like, Bert, just give me a gun. Give me a gun.
Yeah.
And then he gave him a gun, and then they're running, and he tries to shoot, and he's like, Bert, you asshole, because it wasn't loaded. So when she handed him the gun, he was so excited, and then Lucas was like, dude, that's a flare gun.
Right.
So I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But like the fight, I thought the fight was pretty good, except, I don't like 11 that much as a character. And then she comes running in and splits open the mind flare.
Yeah. No, I mean, looking at it, that fight lasted like a minute between her and Vecna.
Yeah. And then
How?
Where was like all the like the Demodogs and the Demogorgons and the Demobats? Where were they at? And then I read a thing that was like, oh, they caught them by surprise. They weren't there. Well, that's fucking lazy writing to me.
Yeah, he could have, when they first got him in the house, he could have summoned them, but he didn't.
And then, what is it?
Kali, yeah.
Yeah, she's like, goodbye, brother. And she would have just stabbed him right away.
Right?
Goodbye, brother. I was like, get the fuck out of here.
She could have did a sneak attack on him and killed him without him even noticing.
So, and then when the kids were running away, how did Derek fit into that tiny hole?
No. Max barely fit through it.
Yeah, and then Derek's struggling the whole way to get to the cave.
Yeah.
He's barely making it. I mean, poor Derek. I like Derek. He's fine.
Trying to sacrifice himself.
But then they get in there and, Derek, we need you to fit through this hole. Like, how is that possible? I don't know, unless they chipped away at it some for him to get through.
Yeah. Doubtful, but
I like Derek. Derek's cool.
But see, I still don't get how 11 was able to take him down that easily. I mean, yeah, she had help from Will, but come on, she had no egos, dude.
No egos.
No egos.
Zero. And Will. Like, I was expecting, like, when Will was hurting Vecna, I thought Will was going to, like, get hurt too. Or, like, when they were hurting Vecna, I thought Will was going to feel the pain too. Like, I was like, oh, Will's going to die. This is it. And it didn't happen.
Yeah, well, he's supposed to be connected to the hive mind.
So is
and
that
nothing happened? Nothing happened.
Yeah. So is it when, Elle went in there and took Vecna, like, disconnected him from the mind? Is that when Will, like, disconnected from him? Is that why he didn't get hurt?
I don't know, because, I mean, he was disconnected before.
That's true. But I was hoping Will was going to die.
Yeah, I know. Me too.
But the thing I learned from Stranger Things is they don't like to kill main characters.
Nope.
And I don't know why. Somebody's got to sacrifice themselves.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Where are Derek's parents at?
They're still in.
They're still tied up.
They're tied up in the barn. Just Derek's living. He's going to baseball. Steve's the coach. His parents are still locked up.
Yep.
And then did you see Derek's wave to Mike when they were in the truck.
Yeah, Mike was like, "What are you doing?"
And I was like, what is he doing? And then I forgot. Derek's like, yeah, Mike's like my best friend now.
Yep.
Mike has no clue that they're best friends, but he gave him like that wave. What it is he's just trying to get with Holly. That's all. He's like, yeah, Mike's my best friend. He's like, but I'm trying to get up on Holly. Derek, man, I like Derek. Derek's a great character.
Oh, I love Derek, man. I actually watched an interview with him, and he said he couldn't tell anybody what he was doing, so he told everybody he was in a mayonnaise documentary.
Seen that?
Like, come on, man! You put the fat kid in a mayonnaise documentary. That's crazy. Now they need to make one.
The mayonnaise documentary?
Yeah, the rise and fall of mayo.
Featuring dipshit Derek. But he might be delightful Derek at that point. You never know.
Right.
And then what's up with Joyce? It took her like 15 swings to chop his head off.
Dude, you could have had that gone in like 2 seconds.
I've watched a lot of TV. And if I learned anything from Supernatural is get a sharp enough knife.
Yep.
One swipe. It's coming right off.
Oh, yeah.
They should have just contacted the Winchesters and they would have been over with.
Yeah, it would have treated them just like a Leviathan.
Yeah, and just chopped their head off,
Yeah.
Throw some Clorox on them. Clorox on them and then swipe.
No, but what about the ring that Joyce got from Hopper?
Wasn't that the same ring that Jonathan proposed with?
It looked just like it.
It did. You think Hop seen it when they were like trying to hide and he was like, a free ring?
Well, that's a ring he took L to. I mean, that's a room he took L to.
Yeah.
And the ring was in that room.
So he took it and he's like, I got a free ring. I don't make shit as a cop, so here we go.
Or he gave it back to Jonathan, but I don't even know if he knew it was Jonathan's ring.
Yeah, I don't know if he's seen it in a cassette tape or not.
No.
And now, do you think when Murray threw the bomb over, blew up the helicopter so they can get their powers back? Remember when Collie got shot?
Yeah.
Do you think she really got shot or was that an illusion she did?
I don't know, because to me it looked like he was aiming at her head.
Yeah.
And even if when that explosion went, the gun would have moved up, not down.
Yeah.
So it would have moved up and he would have shot above her head.
Yeah.
But somehow shot her in her freaking torso.
It could have been an illusion.
It could have been an illusion, but I don't know. Like, I feel like it wasn't. She had to be close to Elle at the end in order for her to project Elle's image.
Yeah.
To make people see her. She was in the building, and if she was shot, there was no way she could have been projecting the image. There's no way she would have known about Elle giving her bracelet back to Hopper that Hopper gave her.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. I'm still up in the air about that. I feel like Elle really did die, but they just don't want, like, they want you to figure it out yourself.
Yeah. Well, if we go off the rules of Stranger Things, she didn't die.
She didn't die.
Because they don't kill characters. Main characters. They kill the good characters and leave the shitty characters.
True.
So that's why I'm thinking it was like, it never happened. It was just an illusion. And then she was like, this is where my story ends, but yours doesn't have to. Something like that. So I think she really didn't get shot. And I think that's how the ending happened, where, Callie sacrificed herself so Elle can get away and live a full life.
Yeah, but when Hopper took Elle out of where they were all being held captive, and he took her to that room, that siren thing was still going on.
Mm-hmm.
And she was still struggling with the effects of it. So she was in an area of where that was. And at the end, they had all those going on too in different directions. So even if she made it through the door, she would have still had to have gotten like a ways away in order to do that. And there wouldn't have been enough time for her to get out of there. So I don't feel like she made it through the door. I think maybe she was an illusion like the whole time in the van, the truck, whatever.
I mean, that's possible.
It's hard to.
It is. But in my mind, I kind of hope she's dead. I hope she's dead. Just to say, hey, they killed a main character.
That would be nice.
But like, there was no blood in her nose or anything when she was talking to Mike or anything. So when she uses her power, she always bleeds. So I don't fucking know.
Yeah, unless Kali didn't get shot. She made it to the gate. She was able to project Elle's image there. Elle snuck off and was able to get away from the freaking siren vibration thingies and got into Mike's mind.
I mean, that's possible.
There's a lot of different possibilities for it.
So we're still kind of undecided if Kali's really dead or not. Like in that scene. In that scene where she got shot. Like it's pretty much up in the air. It can go either way.
Well, okay, if she was shot in that scene, and when Hopper came back, it showed her she was dead. She could have showed Hopper that she was actually dead, and she wasn't, and her and Elle made a plan.
Yeah.
But if she was shot and she was still alive, like Mike said she was, where it showed her sitting up against the wall.
Mm.
As soon as that building blew up, Elle would have disappeared in that gate.
But yeah, if she was shot for real.
Yeah, if she was shot for real and she was in that building, when they blew that building up, she wouldn't have still been projecting Elle at the gate. She would have died. Elle's projection would have disappeared.
Yeah. So it could have been an illusion, and she was just like walking behind him like a creeper, just hiding.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know? To make sure everybody thinks like, oh, this is what's really going on.
Or maybe she sacrificed herself and she made herself look like Elle, and Elle actually got out before she got in the truck.
Yeah.
And made it out of there, and Kali was actually in Elle's form. Everybody thought it was Elle, but it was actually Kali, and that's who was standing there at the gate.
Yeah. Because at first I thought Kali was a little sketchy. Remember?
Yeah.
And turns out she really wasn't.
No, I think, looking at it from like both sides, I think Hopper did what he needed to, which was saving Elle, but I still feel like, dude, come on. Kali's just a kid too. You could have saved her. And you went back to save her, but I would have grabbed her by her leg and actually just like dragged her when I was carrying Elle,
He didn't care about Kali. He was like, fuck
you. No, he didn't like her. He didn't like her from the get-go.
No, not at all. So
But then what if all of Hopper's visions were all Kali?
When he shot Elle?
Yeah. What if she did all of that because they already had a plan on what was going to happen?
I mean, that could have happened too. So they can, both get away, or Elle can get away, and Hopper still thinks like, I gotta save her somehow.
That scene had me going there for a minute. I thought Elle was really shot. I'm like, oh crap.
It was like, somebody's dying.
Yeah, well, I didn't want it to happen like right then and there. I wanted like there to actually be a battle, and like maybe she died at the hands of Vecna or the Mind Flayer.
Yeah. There was just what was it like? I didn't mind her season 1. Season 2, she was all right. Season 3, I really started to dislike her. And then season 4, couldn't stand her. I was like, I hate her character. And then season 5, I was like, I just don't like her character anymore. So I was like really hoping she was going to die. And I think she did. I'm hoping she did.
Yeah. Because when she showed up into Iceland or whatever, where the waterfalls were. Mike said he wanted to go where there's 3 waterfalls. I only seen 2.
Yeah. I've been seeing a lot of arguments on that. And then I've seen some like pictures where it's like, oh, here's the 3rd one. And I was like, that doesn't look like a 3rd waterfall to me. It looks like some rocks.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say she's dead. She didn't get away.
I'm going to agree with that.
So she's totally 11's dead.
11's dead.
I like it.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
We're going to go with that.
Yeah.
I mean, they said that they didn't want to say she was dead or she was alive because she's magical, and they wanted the kids to not cry about, killing off a magical character and let them know that, come on. Nobody cares about anybody else. We want to watch the show. We want to know what happened. Just tell us, is she alive or dead? She's dead.
She's dead. She died.
She's dead. Yeah.
And then another thing, graduation. How did Max graduate?
I was thinking about that, dude. I was doing a lot of research about that. In schools in the U.S., now I don't know how this is based off of, but I know in schools that are in the U.S., if it's a medical reason, they'll still advance you.
Seriously?
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know if they go through that because, I mean, the only thing that they ever brought in was the military into Hawkins, and you didn't hear anything about the outside world at all throughout the whole thing. So is it a different multiverse? They're not in they don't go by our rules. They go by their own rules. I feel like she shouldn't have graduated, missing all that school.
What was it, like 2 years?
A lot of months, man. A lot of months.
But
a lot of months.
She was in a coma for so long. How did she graduate with them? She must have did a lot of summer school, a lot of, extra credit.
Right.
I don't see, whatever, she graduated with them. Cool. I just don't see how that was possible.
No. What about Dustin rocking the Eddie hairstyle?
No, he missed his friend. Man.
Yeah, dude, he looked like a mini Eddie. Mini.
The only thing, I can't believe they killed Eddie and didn't bring him back for some kind of cameo. Everybody was expecting it through to the bat, and you could say oh, if he did come back, oh, that's so predictable. Well, I don't care. I would have liked it. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
We're in the battle, and then all of a sudden you hear the guitar for Metallica start playing, and then Eddie comes flying down because he supposedly died, by bats in the Upside Down. So if you die in the Upside Down, you should stay in the Upside Down. And his soul or whatever is still in there, or he comes back as, what is it, the vampire or whatever from D&D. And then he just comes flying down and helps him win. And then poor little Dustin gets his, redemption or whatever, Eddie.
Yeah. I mean, that would have been a more emotional scene, but
it would have been.
Yeah.
They could have did it, but if they did it, everybody would have said, oh, that's so predictable. Well, who fucking cares?
I mean, you could have brought,
They could have. Can you imagine Billy come flying around the corner in his car?
Yeah. What was it, a Camaro or something?
I can't remember it was a blue. I don't even remember what it was. I thought I had a little model of it. I don't. But he comes flying around the corner. If they had the Demogorgons there or something, he comes flying, or the Demo Dogs, he comes flying around the corner, drifts it takes out one of the dogs to save Max or something. And then Max would have been that would have made Max happy. I feel missed opportunities they could have did with that. And then they could have had Bob make a little cameo.
Bob. I love Bob.
I know Bob was such a good character. He was so nerdy.
Yeah.
And I liked him. And
Bob Newby.
And he made Will kind of don't be afraid. Stand up for yourself.
Yeah.
So I feel Bob had a lot to do with Will being I'm not afraid. And then they could have brought him back for a little scene. But, Hopper probably would have got mad if he'd seen Bob.
Probably.
You coming back for my girl? And then how about Hop with Mr. Clark? Because remember, in the previous seasons, Joyce was like something about she's going out or something with Mr. Clark, and he's like, your son's science teacher?
Yeah.
So I feel like, Hop's kind of jealous of Mr. Clark too.
I don't know why anybody would be jealous of that science teacher.
Mr. Clark was pretty cool. He's such a nerd. I like him. And I mean, because of him, Dustin's become smart.
Yeah.
Imagine if it was Dustin, Bob, and Mr. Clark, they could have took it all out.
Yeah, definitely.
And then Lucas's little fucking wrist rocket. Like, remember in this first season, that's when it first appeared. And I was like, I didn't like Lucas in the first season. I thought he was an asshole. And then he's like, I got my wrist rocket. Like, did he watch it too many times? Because remember in the wrist rocket, and they were they were shooting thing. I'm like, did he watch that? And that's where he got the idea from.
Oh yeah, probably.
But he was such an asshole in that first season. And then season 2, I can't remember too much of him in season 2. But the one season I really couldn't stand him in was 4, because he was like, I want to be a popular kid. I'm playing basketball. Yeah. And then he got mad at his friends because they wanted to go play D&D because they had like the big campaign, and he wanted to play basketball. So he wanted new friends, and he's like, if I get popular, I could bring you guys in. Like, all he cares about is popularity. And he kind of sold him out a little bit in season 4, and that's why I never liked Lucas.
Right. Dude, am I missing something, or am I just forgetting about it? You know when Dustin got his ass whooped in the last season, in the final season? What happened to, I don't remember. What happened to the kids that he fought?
I think that was the end of them. They didn't say anything.
Yeah, nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. Nobody, like, he could have told his friends, like, hey, we got to get them back or something. Like, there was no revenge or nothing on him.
Nothing.
Like, hey, let's just get my ass whooped and then go save the world. Like, there are so many missed opportunities in this show that they could have done, but didn't.
Do you think
I'm still pissed off? I'm still pissed off Robin's she's a lesbian, man.
Are you?
Yeah, she could have been perfect for Steve.
I mean, it could have been, but I can't remember who Steve's hooked up with at the end. They said a name, and they're like, oh, it's supposed to be just like that one, or just like this one, or just like that one.
Did they say Crystal? Crystal?
I don't know. But I know
that was a name at some point.
I know Steve, he's got his eye on this place in Forest Hill. Do you know who else lived in Forest Hill? Eddie lived in Forest Hill Trailer Park.
Shit, yeah.
So do you think he's going to buy Eddie's trailer?
That would be pretty cool, though.
Yeah. Like, Steve bought Eddie's trailer.
Yeah.
And that's where he lives now. Coaching Little League. Dipshit Derek as the catcher.
Dipshit Derek.
And then he hangs out in Eddie's place.
Yeah.
So
I don't know, man. There was so much more that could have been done for Steve.
There could have been.
Like, I seen something where it showed more like Stranger Things, like a Stranger Things timeline, like Marvel does. Like different shows and movies coming out. And I don't know if it's real or not, but one was like Harrington and Henderson.
Mm-hmm.
Like some paranormal shit.
Like a spinoff?
Yeah.
That'd be cool. I would love to have a Steve and Robin spinoff. Where, well, now they're all older, so it'd be kind of weird, but before they got real old, they go to different jobs, and then the kids always ruin that job for them. Because remember, they worked at the ice cream place, and the kids kind of ruined it because the whole, the Russian invasion?
Yeah.
And then they got the job at Family Video, and then the kids came in, Dustin came in, and I can't remember who was with, but they kind of like ruined that for them too. They could have just went to like different jobs, and I thought that'd have been kind of cool. And then you could have had like other stuff happen.
Right.
Steve's kind of an idiot.
Steve is an idiot.
But he's like that classic 80s friend in the movies. That's why I did like Steve.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I've always liked Steve, even when he was a dick.
Absolutely.
At the very beginning.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, he was one of my favorites at the very first season.
Well, I usually always rooted for the 80s asshole in the movies.
Yeah.
So like when Steve was that guy, I was like, I like this guy. He's going to be a dick. I like him. And then he became, you know, the babysitter. He was like the single mom, single dad, hanging out with a bunch of little kids. It was like, oh, okay, well, he's a likable character. And then they brought Billy in, and I was like, this dude's such a douchebag. He's probably one of my favorite characters.
Right?
It's like, he's such an asshole. And I liked it. And then he got a lot of shit. I seen so much shit. They're like, oh, Billy's such a racist and this and that and that. I didn't see him being a racist. I seen him as a typical bully.
Yeah.
Just because, you know, he didn't like his stepsister talking to other kids or a boyfriend or whatever. It just so happens her boyfriend was black. So everybody's like, oh, he's racist. I didn't see it as being a racist. I thought it as, like, I told you don't talk to them, you know?
Right. Even if let's say Dustin in Lucas's shoes,
Yeah.
you know, and Dustin had a thing for her, it would have still been the same exact thing.
It would have been. And Dustin did have a thing for her, remember?
Yeah.
Steve was like, play it off like you don't care. And then he's like, Steve, why are you winking at me? He's like, yeah, that's good. Act like you don't care. He goes, I don't care. But Dustin, at graduation, that was probably one of my favorite parts when he did the Eddie.
Yep. That might have been the best part of the whole. I think that might have been the best part of the whole final episode.
It was like he straight up flipped him the bird, snatched his diploma, Hellfire lives.
Yep.
Like I thought that was really awesome.
But if you've seen his jacket at one point, it looked like it said L lives.
I seen that too. And then the books, did you see all the theories about the books? You know how...
Yeah, because Finn posted something on his Instagram with the books rearranged.
Yeah.
And people said, oh, there's an L in the one, and then it says is, and then it says a lie. L is a lie.
Yeah. So I seen everybody was like, oh, if you do this and this, like 11's still alive or L is a lie and this and that. Well, you know what? I put all the books together. I put a message. I did the letters and I came up with my own message. Ass. Because that episode, that episode was mostly ass.
Yep.
So nobody's talking about that. And then everybody's like, oh, it was so emotional. It was so emotional. What was so emotional? Maybe for like the characters, but there's people who are like, I bawled my eyes out during that whole show. Like, why? I didn't even think it was that emotional.
No, the only emotional part, other than the Dustin scene there at the end when he graduated, was when Steve fell and then the screen went black for a second.
Yeah, I was like, God damn it.
It was a goner. I almost threw my shoe at the TV. I told my kids, I was like, if they kill Steve, Dustin, my shoe's coming off, I'm throwing it at TV. I don't even care.
I was like, God damn it, they killed Steve. Because me and Jen was watching it, and she was like, she gasped, like, real bad. Like, she was, and I was like, God damn it. And then they showed, you know, him getting saved, and I was like, oh, if they'd have killed Steve, I would have been pissed.
Yeah, me and the kids were, like, freaking out. My daughter, my oldest daughter, she started freaking out. She's like, no! And then it came back on. I seen a hand grab, and they're all like, it's Dustin. I was like, no, it's Jonathan.
Well, it couldn't have been Dustin because he's not strong enough to carry fucking Steve.
No, he has no what, collarbones or something? So, yeah, there's no way.
And another thing, did you notice after graduation, I can't remember her name, she came up to Dustin, was like, I'm having a party. I want you guys to come. And they were all for going to that party except Mike. Mike's like, I got a better idea. So Mike cock-blocked Dustin because Nancy told Dustin in season 1, was it season 1 or 2, at the dance? Season 1, right?
I think so.
They went to the dance and Dustin got turned down by her. He was looking for somebody to dance with, and that girl turned him down. Then Nancy danced with them, and she goes, don't worry, she'll come around. She did come around at graduation, and Mike cock-blocked him.
Mike's a bitch.
He is. Like, you shouldn't be cock-blocking your bros.
You should have been like, let's go, dude, let's go.
You should be helping guide him into her. Like, let's go. I'm going to hook you up. Just because, you know, my girl died and I have no life, I'm not going to cock-block you. Like, here you go. I'm going to set you up.
Exactly.
So another reason why I don't care for Mike that much. And plus, like, what do you do? What's Mike really do? Besides, I need to find
exactly.
L. Like he's not a very good character.
No, I mean, he's not a good friend either. Like nobody remembered Will's birthday in the last season.
Yeah, Mike's not a very good character at all. Like, no, he's definitely in part of my worst characters list. He's in there.
Oh yeah.
There's some stuff I do like. I mean, he's still a worst character. He cockblocked Dustin. You don't do that.
No. Friends don't cockblock other friends.
Yeah, like friends don't lie. Friends don't cockblock. You help your friends.
Fuck.
And then the ending, the very ending, when I feel like they ended it, it reminded me a lot like Stand By Me. Remember the ending of Stand By Me? It was just him on the typewriter typing out a story. But like, he wrote the story about what him and his friends did back in the day. And at the ending of Stranger Things, like Mike had his glasses on and he's on his typewriter. He was writing a book, and I think that was the Stranger Things manual D&D thing. I think that was his book he was writing.
Yeah, well, did anybody really? I know they talked about Elle in the campaign as the mage.
Yeah.
Did they say her name?
I don't know.
Because it's weird. When Mike was at the typewriter, he had a picture of Elle on his desk, didn't he? Okay. And she went by 11. So at one point, that little monument or whatever that was constructed in the middle of town for like the people that died or whatever, it said something about, I think, the 11 that have fallen or whatever in the earthquake, because they passed it off as an earthquake. What if the 11 meant Elle?
Maybe.
And what if they didn't know her name and Mike just had a picture of 11 on his desk and he was writing a story because she was the 11th one that they found or whatever?
So it was all book.
It could be. They don't want you to think that it's a D&D campaign.
Yeah.
They said, it's not going to be a D&D campaign. But what if it's an actual, not a D&D campaign, but a book? And he was just writing a story about his life and incorporated her into it.
Yeah. That's why the whole Stand By Me ending, that's why I thought like it happened and then the guy's writing a book. So really, Mike, in the end, when he grows up, he's Stephen King.
Yeah.
He's gonna become a writer and he's gonna write a bunch of books and then he's gonna write all these weird fucking stories. So he's gonna be the new Stephen King.
Yeah. And then have you did any research to see if any of Jeffrey Dahmer's victims were named Will?
Will got eaten by Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah, but if we done any type of research to see if any of his victims were named Will, that would have been great.
I didn't. If anything, I think Jeffrey Dahmer would have went after Lucas. Because didn't Jeffrey Dahmer like the black guys?
Nah.
But either way, Jeffrey Dahmer, he went to Ohio State, so he was definitely in the Ohio region. And I'm sure he had to cross over to Indiana to go to Hawkins to meet Will.
True.
And then, Will got eaten by Jeffrey Dahmer. So Will's dead.
Yep, Will's dead.
Will's dead. 11's dead. Collie's dead. Who else?
Well, who else could we kill?
Let's kill some more people here.
Yeah. Oh, Hopper and Joyce. All right. Well, a real quick thing. Robin and Vicky never got their date at Enzo's. It doesn't show their date at Enzo's, and she's off into college. Vicky's not around. Where's Vicky? Are they together?
Or did they break up?
I feel like they're not together anymore.
She was like, your life's too crazy for me. You stole a bunch of pills from the hospital. I can't deal with you no more. She broke up. She broke up with her.
Yeah. Well, now getting back to Hopper and Joyce at Enzo's, he talked about moving, and he said his buddy in New York wants him to go work in Montauk.
Yeah, that was supposed to be the original show name, wasn't it?
that is like I guess a real life thing that happened. The Montauk, freaking whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically what Stranger Things was based off of.
Okay.
It's stuff that happened up there. I don't know exactly what. I didn't do my research on that because I'm an idiot. But you know,
Oh yeah, because what? Who was it? Was it Will or Dustin? Who was going to New York? Was it a bunch of them, or was it only certain ones? So Joyce and Hop going to New York would make perfect sense.
yeah, and I think Nancy or something because they said that they'll still be a short drive from the kids.
Yeah.
Will and Jonathan. I thought Nancy was going. I don't know,
I
but
know she dropped out of college, right?
yeah, she did to do some a journalist or whatever,
Yeah.
become a
Oh,
journalist.
what was up with the haircuts at the end of like Stranger Things? Like Miss Wheeler was a baddie. She was hot. And then they gave her like this weird ass haircut at the end. And
Yeah, she could have kept her long hair.
yeah. And then Nancy, I mean, she went from Rambo to looking like a real estate agent or something.
Yeah,
Like, what did they do to their hairs at the end?
I know. Like, come on, Nancy, that does not fit you, dude. I'd rather you look like Sylvester than frickin'
Yeah.
your mother.
And then Holly, they gave her bangs. It was like, what are you doing to these kids?
I'm still, as much as I don't like Lucas, I'm still glad that he got that frickin' his haircut, man.
He had the worst haircuts.
He almost looked like Guile from Street Fighter.
All right. I was thinking
He had the fucking,
he reminded me of that. Oh my God, what movie was that? That nerd from what is it, the Grown Ups or Grown Ups 2? Like the kid? Not in Adam Sandler's group, the other black guy in the other group. Like, remember his one son? That's what Lucas reminded me of.
Yeah.
And I could be thinking of it wrong, but I'm pretty sure he reminded me of that. Like, but the haircut, I was like, this is so bad.
Yeah, no.
And another thing
that was horrible. And go ahead.
When they were graduating, and he grabbed Max by the waist, he's like, "My girl looking super sexy." Like, that was so fucking cringe. I was like, are you fucking kidding? I was like, oh, that was kind of cringe. And she's like, dude, you're such a dork.
Yeah.
But like, I like Max. Max is a great character. I like her a lot. Lucas, like, I just don't like him just because I think he's a traitor. And he cries way too much in that fucking series episode or season 4 or 5. He just cried way too much.
Yeah, and then like you were saying, like, and I totally missed it when I first watched it about how he ran.
Yeah. Like, what were you thinking? Like, nobody knows how to run in Hawkins.
Right. Jonathan runs sideways.
Lucas is on all fours. I'm like, come on.
Oh my God.
So altogether, I mean, the series was good altogether, but the ending, the last season, I don't know. I'd probably give it like maybe a C.
Yeah. I mean, if they would have brought back some other characters like Argyle.
Yeah, what happened to that guy?
He just disappeared, man. They just didn't have anything else for him.
So he was just getting high with Susie's sister?
Yeah, I mean, dude, he could have came flying into town, broke through the gates with the Surfer Boy pizza,
Yeah.
Man, fucking helped him out. But no, he had to go and lose all this weight and get in shape and everything. So they're like, oh, we don't want no skinny, scrawny kid. We got Mike.
Mike, you know who Mike would play and I think would do a very good job at it? Richard Ramirez. Remember the serial killer? Richard Ramirez?
Yeah.
That's who Finn looks like. Or what is that his name, Finn?
Yeah.
He looks like he can play a young Richard Ramirez. So like they make all these serial killer movies like Dahmer and Ed Gein and all of them.
Yeah.
They need to cast him as a Richard Ramirez. I think that would be a perfect role for him. Especially in season 4 when he had the hair. Like the wild hair.
Yeah, but
Absolutely, right?
Yeah.
So I think they need to do a Richard Ramirez story for like that monster series on Netflix.
Yep.
And cast him as it. I think that would be perfect.
Yeah.
So,
what happened to Karen's scars at the end?
I remember at graduation they were there, but I don't remember seeing them on the steps.
Yeah, I didn't see him on the steps, and all the pictures that I was able to get, I zoomed in and couldn't see a single scar. And they were pretty noticeable.
Yeah. Maybe they just forgot to put them on that day.
Maybe.
But Mama Wheeler coming in at the end, blowing up all the, what was it, the Demodogs or Demogorgons?
Yeah, the Demodogs in the hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Mama Wheeler got it going on.
She does.
No wonder why Billy wanted a piece of that.
Right?
I mean,
Billy.
Look at her husband, Ted. He does absolutely nothing. He just sits around the house all day in his recliner, pays her no attention. Of course she was going to go for Billy.
Exactly.
And then I thought Ted died. I was like, nobody gives a shit about Ted. He must be dead.
No, nobody did, man. He was in the hospital all by himself and not one mention of him.
No, that's why I thought he was dead. And then he was there at graduation. I said, nobody even mentioned Ted. Nobody went and visited him. I thought he was dead.
Nope, they went to the Karen to figure out the name that Holly was talking about, Mr. What's It.
Yeah.
But not one said, hey, let's go visit my dad. Or let's go visit Ted, see how he is. Or, hey, how's Ted doing? No, nothing. Nobody gave a shit.
Nobody cares about fucking Ted.
No.
He's a shitty character.
He is. He's a filler character, man.
Yeah.
He would have been better if they would have put a freaking cardboard cutout of somebody in there. Fuck.
What you grade the season to be?
That season,
season 5.
C minus.
C minus. Yeah, I give it a C. Like it had some scenes that were really good, but there was too much. It was like kind of a lot of it was boring. So that's why I gave it a C.
It had a lot more potential. They could have done so much more.
And it's like that with a lot of endings, though, on a lot of shows where you're always like, oh, that ending kind of sucked. I mean, you can go back to like Supernatural. I hated the ending.
Absolutely.
I'm like
the very first couple minutes.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't like the ending of Supernatural. And it was a shitty time period too, because it was like during COVID, so they couldn't bring back a bunch of people. They couldn't do a lot. But that ending to me, I was like, no, I don't like it. Didn't like it at all. Seinfeld's last episode was pretty shitty. I mean, there's just a lot of shows, the series finale is just not that good. And then there's always plot holes, like Chuck says in Supernatural when they were originally supposed to end it. The ending, there's always going to be plot holes. There's always, fans are always going to be like never satisfied with it. And that's what, like, Stranger Thing, I'm not satisfied with it. I feel like there could have been more. I'd like to see more. Maybe the fight could have went a little longer and not 45 minutes of just emotional shit that didn't hit me at all.
It was like literally a 3-minute fight. Like it all built up to a fight that lasted a couple minutes when him being connected to the Mind Flayer, like he's part of the Mind Flayer. The Mind Flayer is a big bad. And he's the little minion. Like, come on, man. You're not that strong. Like, you can't overpower a little girl and a boy, but you brought all your bads to all these fights and were able to, like, just destroy people. And now you can't do a single freaking thing against a girl with a nosebleed.
Yeah. And one that creates illusions.
Yeah, exactly.
And Rambo.
So, I mean, part of me feels like when Will was trying to get him to go against the Mind Flayer, I feel like he might have had a change of heart and just let her win at the end.
Who had a change of heart?
Vecna.
He changed his mind, was like, all right, I'm done.
Yeah, think about it. I mean, dude, he could have taken any of them out at any point.
He could have.
He could have called his minions out, all his minions, and he had enough time to do that. He could have called them all out and they could have taken him out. Like when he disappeared from that table, he could have called them all, had them all ready. So when they all came to the abyss or whatever, they were there, but they were nowhere to be seen. Like,
No.
what were they on vacation?
Yeah, man, they were just drinking milkshakes at what was Joyce's? Where Will say he used to go get milkshakes? Where Joyce used to work?
Melvald's.
Yeah, that's like not even a milkshake place. They were all there getting milkshakes, eating ice cream, having a good time.
That was Krill. It was Henry.
Yeah.
That
So
wasn't Will. Like he it was never a diner at that time that Will was alive. It was a diner back before Will was alive when Henry was a boy.
yeah, but
So why
that's
would
where
he say that?
they were all hanging out there getting milkshakes. So that's why the
Yeah.
bats weren't around, and they were on vacation.
Yeah.
So all right, well, I think that sums it up for today.
All righty.
Yeah, so thanks for hanging out with the nerdy cousins. If you laughed, got mad, nodded along, mission accomplished. Like, don't forget to follow us, email us, even if you fucking hate us. Just email us, talk shit. I don't care. You can email us at nerdykousinspodcast@gmail.com. Thanks for stopping by. See ya.